Meantime, you always hope when your resume is being reviewed by a potential employer that, they're going over it with a fine-tooth comb. It's being carefully considered. Well, we're not exactly sure how Scott Kelly is feeling about this, but his resume going viral after this video of it being looked at during a Joe Bros concert.
Yeah.
Not sure who this is holding the phone, but this was captured. The person kind of enjoying the Jonas Brothers concert, but also looking over the resume of Scott Kelly. And as we mentioned, this has gone viral over the last couple of days.
Oh, yeah. So 18 million views later, a lot of people going, wow, what a multitasker that this guy's going through resumes while at a concert. The other half just want Scott Kelly to get a job. They're really cheering him on. And you know who's in on it? The Jonas Brothers.
Yes.
They jumped in on it as well. They said, Joe's like, bro, Scott Kelly was there for me plenty of times. Hired. I think Kevin said, I want Scott Kelly's references. And then Nick even said, Scott Kelly's work ethic and critical thinking inspired me to write the line red dress. So, I mean, oh my gosh, you have the Jonas Brothers behind you.
I mean, Scott Kelly, if you can't get hired after all this, we just can't help you. We can't help you. So.
The thing is, so many Scott Kellys have shown up in the caption saying, I'm Scott Kelly.
Right.
But it's like, remember Annie? I don't know if you saw Annie. The movie Annie, when everyone is wanting to claim Annie because there's a big reward at the end of it. And so everyone's like, oh, I'm Annie's parents. You don't know. Like, everyone's going, I'm Scott Kelly.
Yeah.
And we don't know who the real Scott Kelly is. Would the real Scott Kelly please stand
up? Yes. All right. We got word as well that Adele is set to make her acting debut. And this is going to happen in Tom Ford's new film called Cry to Heaven. This is a big news because we know Adele's got a big voice, but obviously has never acted in movies. But Tom Ford is set to direct, produce, and write this adaptation of Anne Rice's famous 1982 novel.
Quite a few names attached to it. Aaron Taylor Johnson, Owen Cooper, Nicholas Hoult, Colin Firth. And this will be an adaptation of Anne Rice's novel, Cry to Heaven, as you said. Anne Rice, you're like, oh, Anne Rice, I know Anne Rice. Yes, you do. She also wrote Interview with the Vampire.
Sure
Remember
did.
that? Brad
Absolutely,
Pitt
of course.
and Tom Cruise way back when. So we will watch for that.
All right, yeah, look for that in the fall of 2026. They're thinking the movie will be released. Meantime, speaking of movies being released, we've been keeping our eyes on it all year. And this morning, we've got your first look at The Devil Wears Prada 2, which features a Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway reunion.
Miranda? Took you long enough.
Oh, there we go. This looks so good. The film's set to be released in May. Emily Blunt and Stanley Tucci also set to resume their roles in the sequel.
So good. You need not give us any more than that. That is perfect. All right, and I think I even read that May 1st is the date. Although I heard it's iffy. But I read May 1st, so maybe May 1st.
All right,
we'll
mark
see.
it on your calendar.
All right.
Dawson Creek star James Vander Beek is set to auction pieces from his time on Dawson's Creek, and this is in order to pay for his cancer treatment. We know that he was diagnosed last year with stage 3 colorectal cancer. Even actually had to pull out of the show's reunion event earlier this year. Yeah,
and this is just, it is so sad reading about this, that James was saying, parting with some of these pieces, he thought, I don't know, he didn't want to, and he was like, if I ever did, I want it to be for a good cause. And he's like, well, obviously I need it, and I need to do this, but it's just so sad that he has to do this to pay for his treatment.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's just anyway. We'll see what he has a bunch of items. They're all up for $25,000-$30,000 and up. But I have a feeling when more people find out about this,
maybe like
celebrity
a
friends
fundraising
and his
campaign,
cast. Like I just think,
crowdfunding campaign
that
online, yeah.
I think he'll get the money he needs. I'm just so surprised he has to go to these means, that he has to go to these lengths to pay for his treatment.
All right, certainly wishing James the very best.